Who in this room don't love their misery? Don't love it. No, I'm sorry. Who in this, oh, yeah, I'll put it that way. You don't love your misery? Take the mic for me.
No, I don't love my misery.
And why do you say you don't love it?
Well, I'm sick of living miserable.
Why don't you stop being miserable then?
I've been working on myself the last year in listening to you, and I'm a truck driver, and I noticed, and I've always had a bad temper, and while you're talking about this, I was thinking about how in working on myself, there's been incidents that have happened, like probably 3 times that I can remember on the road, that road rage.
Right.
And the first time that it happened, I just started listening to you. I didn't care. It's like I didn't care. I was so mad, and I was telling him, I was telling him off.
You were going off on it.
Honking the horn,
Right.
yelling and screaming. And then the next time it happened was a couple months later, and the silent prayer does work. I forgave my parents in the silent prayer, and I do it not all the time, but most days. I do the silent prayer a couple times a day. And the next time it happened, they had just put all this load on my truck. I strapped it down. I went and weighed it, and the truck was heavy. They had to shift the load. And I went back, and I had to untarp it, and it started downpouring rain. And I was so mad at them, and I'm realizing this isn't you, right? This evil, this rage is not you, and I'm rolling the tarps in the mud and the rain and thinking to myself, you're going to tell him off when you get back to that gate, you're going to tell him. And I got to the gate, and he was so apologetic.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, I didn't act out on it. And I realized, man, you've gotten better from 2 months ago.
Right on.
You're realizing it's not you.
Yeah.
That's not you. It's exactly what you just said. The last time it happened was about 3 weeks ago. I was pulling out of a truck stop, and the guy cut me off, and I honked my horn, and then I stopped. I didn't get that feeling. You know that feeling?
Yes.
It didn't come, and I caught it right away, and
Yeah.
I was like, that's all right, go on, move in. And I let it go.
Right on.
And it was, so I'm noticing this change. So I still have the evil in me, but it's not controlling my life. It's not controlling
Right on, man.
what I'm trying to, and I had to come here because I'm a truck driver, and my parents live in Palm Springs, so I drove from Palm Springs this
What's your
morning.
first name?
Gary. I talked to you about a month ago.
Okay.
I talked to you, I'd lost my son through fentanyl a couple years ago, and I had gotten sober a couple years ago and just lost my son after that, and all those thoughts of the guilt and everything, and I found you, and I wasn't living, the guilt was killing me, because I knew I could have raised him better, but in listening to you and forgiving my parents, when I forgave my parents, when I truly forgave them,
Yes.
when I realized they were doing the very best they could with what they had,
Absolutely.
especially the way they were raised. They came from really crazy households. So when I let that go, I was able to forgive myself with my son. I did the best I could do with what I had. And now I'm doing better, because I've found this program that you teach,
You let the guilt go?
It's gone.
Yeah.
I don't have any guilt.
It's the dumbest thing I ever heard of. Why would somebody feel guilty because another person's dead?
Yeah.
What good is it doing? It's not helping the dead person, and it's not helping you. It's just people love their pain and love, and then they call up everybody and tell them, oh, I feel so guilty. And the church go, amen, I understand. I understand why you feel guilty.
Yeah.
There's no reason to feel guilty about anything. Zero reason to feel guilty. The son died, and the devil told you, oh, you didn't raise him right.
Right. That's exactly right.
You didn't do that. But the devil lied to you.
Right.
You had nothing to do with him taking that. Zero. He wasn't in control of his own life. He was influenced to do it too. But the devil wants you to feel guilty, and because you at that time love your misery, you went along with it.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't want peace. You would rather be feeling that way.
Right.
I saw a report where this guy either sister or daughter was raped and killed by, what's those people called that kill a lot of people? What is it?
Serial killer?
Yeah. His daughter was raped and killed by a serial killer. And this happened like 20 years ago. And he still remember it. He like, I hold on to it. I hold on to her in my heart. I remember it. I'm never gonna let her die. I'm like, you fool, she already dead.
Yeah.
She is dead. But he's holding on to the memory and in his heart, and because he want to keep her alive. Can you get it dumber than that and love pain that much? The woman is dead. Put the man in prison and forget about it. It does no good to hold on to it.
No.
Satan makes you take your own life because he'll blame you for it.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way you can raise somebody to avoid certain things happening in their lives. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Amazing. So you let that go, right?
It's gone. Yeah.
It was just a memory.
Yeah.
It
And
was-
that
it
memory
had-
will keep me in bed for 48 hours.
So what now?
It's a horrible, when you're thinking that you're the reason for that death,
Yeah.
that just, I can't even function in that. I can't get to work. I'd call in sick or whatever and just lay in bed and feel sorry for myself.
Absolutely.
So-
And that's what I mean when I say people, they don't want a peaceful life. They want a troubled life. They want a situation life. They want mess in their lives. They want to be a part of it. They want to argue. They don't want perfect peace. Because if you want it, you can have it. Right here while you live. You don't have to wait until you die. You can have perfect peace right away. It's like with the truck driver going crazy on the road. If they were going crazy honking at you, let them honk. That's fine. That's their issue, not yours. Don't make their issue your issue by responding to it. All you're doing is they'll get a thrill knowing that they made you angry. Most people don't have control of their lives. They don't. I didn't know. I didn't know how wicked human beings are, and that they love their wickedness. That's why they don't let it go. Do you? Are you? Are you still doing the silent prayer and staying with it and all that?
Yes.
Right on. Any
Yeah.
questions about anything?
Well, what's been happening lately, I noticed, is I've been in peace. I've had a lot of peace in my life.
Yeah.
And it helps. I listen to you 3 hours a day, right? Because I'm always on the road a month at a time. And it's been kind of like I'm under attack lately, like these thoughts are coming through, and I know they're not me,
Right.
so I can let them go. But they're saying, this is it? Like, this is all, this you know, you're doing so good, but it's boring, you know? So I was relating to what you were saying about we want to drum up some drama.
Yeah.
So there's this part of me that says, I think you need a girlfriend. You know, you need to get a girlfriend. Or,
I know what you mean.
right, you
Yeah.
need to get a girlfriend because that'll be, your life will be better.
Yeah.
And then I romance it for a minute, and then I go, yeah, I don't want to do that, right? And I don't want to do that. And then I wonder, am I going to ever, you know, have a partner again, or a girlfriend, or
A partner?
No, I'm not gay. A partner. Am I ever going to have a girlfriend again? Am I ever going to get married again? And
Why
I
would you
wonder,
even wonder about that?
I'm being under attack. It's
Yes.
like, yeah.
That's not even you wondering about that. That's a temptation straight out of hell. Because if you wanted, the devil give you a woman,
I know.
and you catch nothing but misery. Don't even, when that one, let it pass. It's a setup. You got to learn to be one with you. One with you. You got to learn to live with you before you can live with anyone else. Most people cannot live with themselves.
Right.
They cannot live with themselves. Learn to live with you. It's your world. The kingdom of heaven is inside of you. Everything you ever wanted, ever need is inside of you. Learn to live with you. Be one with self. And whatever is meant to be, God kind of smart. He knows how to add everything unto you that you need. But the world tell you, and the devil tell you, you need a woman.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting old now. You need to retire with a woman. No, I don't. I need my whole Social Security by myself. I don't want to share my chat with anyone. But the devil tell you that. There's a guy called my show this week, and he said that I had warned him about something with this first woman he got with. He got with her, he married her, and that turned out to be pure hell. And then he got out of that situation and got right into another situation. Now this woman pregnant, and he doesn't want. They're fighting. They don't want. Can't be together. It's a mess. But people don't know that that's evil telling them to do that. And if you don't have a woman, if you don't have a woman, I'm laughing at Joel because he's silly. You know Joel? He black.
Yes, I mean,
He's silly.
Yeah.
So I was just thinking something he said this morning. But anyway, where was I? Even people tell you, you ain't got no woman. What's wrong with you? Miserable people want to create a situation for you. They'll make you think something's wrong with you if you're alone. It's another setup. Mm-hmm. There are people in this world that make money setting you up. Experts make a lot of money, and you create a war inside of you, just like they have a war inside themselves. You don't have to go that route. Don't wonder about that. You just live your life in the present, and it'll be amazing. And the devil will tell you, oh, you got peace? That ain't no life to have. You need to have something going on. It feels weird to have peace. Weird in that you're so used to having conflict. It almost seems like it's boring to have peace.
That's what's been going on, right?
So now?
That's what's been happening with
Speaking
me.
to the microphone.
That's what's been happening with me. I've been getting those thoughts.
Yeah.
This is boring.
Right, don't listen to it.
Right.
Those are evil spirits trying to keep you in hell because you're waking up. They know that they're going to have to leave you and go find a home in another human being because they live in human beings. They know that, and that's what God is trying to, they know they have to leave you, right? And that's what God is trying to save us from. He is trying to save you from your old nature. That nature that, you hear the Christians say that the spirit is willing and the body is weak. Something dumb like that. You ever heard that? Anybody heard that?
The flesh is weak.
What?
They say the flesh is weak.
Oh yeah, the flesh is weak, but the spirit is willing. I'm like, what are you talking about? They say that a lot, right? But they don't know what that means. You heard that before?
No,
And so stay with it, man. Stay with it. Stay with it.
I will. I love this.
And the devil will, the closer he gets to death, he's going to tell you some of everything. Really. He's going to really try to talk you out of it. But it's not you. If you know it's not you, when you get to a point knowing that all thoughts are all lies all the time about anything, when you really reach that point and you know it's not you, that's when you'll totally be free.
Can't wait.
Yeah, you will be free when you will reach the point where, because sometimes this voice is going to be talking to you, and you're going to be like, why are you having this conversation with me? I wasn't even thinking that, right? And because it's trying to keep you in the past or the future, so you won't have a moment to think with the mind of God, with perfect peace.
Right.
So stay with it.
Thank you.
Amazing. Good, man. Stay with it. Don't argue with anyone. Don't fight with anyone. Lay down your weapon and let the Spirit of God fight your battle for you, and He will. He'll do it for you.
Thanks, Jesse.
You're welcome, man. Any other questions?
I just love being here and seeing the faces behind, like this lady right here. I listen to her every week.
Yeah.
She's like your number one student, right?
Right on. Oh, yeah. She's really working on herself.
Yeah.
I love that about
I could
her.
tell.
Yeah.
I love listening to this. So I'll
Because
let
I remember one
everybody else
time she
talk.
came in and she had some incident happen, and she thought it was so important she couldn't wait to tell us, right?
Is that when she had her car was wrecked or something?
Something
Or
happened. I forgot now.
your ear? Oh.
And she just thought, I can't wait to get to church and tell this one. And she got up and told this whole sad story, whatever it was. And I was like, so, and what's next, right? It's just for the thrill of it. And so she's sticking in there, and that's what it's going to take. It really is. So you stay with it.
Thank you, Jesse.
All right. Amazing.